Hello, and welcome to my segment on Ptolemaic universe and epicycles. Alright, so the Ptolemaic theory was actually incredibly prominent from 150 AD to 1500 AD. Now, you might be asking yourself, why such a long time? Well, simply because, one, it seemed to make sense. The Earth, from people's point of view, didn't seem to be moving. It seemed to be stationary. From where they looked in the sky, it seemed like everything else around them was moving. So one, they believed Earth was motionless. Two, they believed that Earth was the center. So what people started to notice before Ptolemy came up with his theory was that the original Aristotelian idea that planets moved around a fixed circle around the Earth didn't seem to be making sense, since they noticed that the planets actually seem to be moving more like this around the Earth. So Ptolemy came up with the idea of epicycles, and this helped to explain why the planets were moving in such an odd fashion. So you may be asking yourself, what is an epicycle? Well, I have a visual for you. Here we have Earth at the center. Here is one of the 9 layers. Each planet was on a layer, and each planet has its own epicycle. So for this example, we'll be using the Sun as our planet. They did believe that the Sun was a planet back then. So they thought that Earth was at the center, and the Sun was moving around this large circle called a deferent, while also moving around this small circle simultaneously. And the small circle was what's called an epicycle. Now, this theory was easily accepted because it was able to actually predict how the planets were going to move. So that's why this theory lasted so long. Now, they also believed that God was the prime mover of all these planets. After all, gravity hadn't been invented yet. Discovered. Gravity hadn't been discovered yet. So, who else would be moving the planets like this except God? Thank you for joining me on this segment, and I will see you next time.